Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today as we give to you video number 2 of 2. It's a double upload day and it has to be. We've got tons to cover in this one as well, let alone video number 1, which you can watch if you haven't seen it already. I will leave a link to it right here, so hit that and then come back here, or watch this and then go there. You do you, whatever floats your boat. But there's a reason why we're doing double uploads, because there's just too much information and I wouldn't want to compress everything into a 45-minute video. So go and watch that if you haven't already. And we're going to get cracking on video 2 now, which is going to be things that I've not discussed earlier on, the second part of today, and I think you're going to find this quite interesting. But before we get cracking, make sure you catch all the content as it drops on Younes Talks Football. Hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell to be notified once I have uploaded. Do not forget, we are approaching Premier League weekend, finally. And it means that we've got tomorrow, and then on Friday is your preview for Newcastle versus Chelsea, and it's going to be a good one. And then on Saturday, it's watch along time. We're back after the flipping international break is over. We are back on the watch alongs and the review after it's all said and done, so make sure you're here for that. It's going to be a good one. Newcastle have, I think, about 14 injuries, so respectfully, Chelsea, I'm not looking for any charity FC. Not this weekend. I'm looking for an absolute blimmin' scoreline in our favour. And I'll explain all in the preview, so make sure you're here for it. Let's get cracking with the big news that's going about today in relation to Chelsea. The second part of today, we're going to talk about and start off with the geezer from Napoli, Victor Osimhen. Nizar Kinsella tells us Osimhen is the striker that everyone wants. There's no point in getting another young one now. Osimhen would be a great fit and Chelsea like him. Osimhen likes Chelsea. I had the information for a little while. I explained all of the London Blue podcast, but Nizar Kinsella coming out and basically making it clear that Victor Osimhen is in favour of a move to Chelsea. He likes Chelsea. He did go on to say that, you know, there obviously would be the possibility he could go to Manchester United, he could go somewhere else, but the interest isn't there for Manchester United because they're not going to be going for a striker. And anywhere else, he would just prefer Chelsea. Now, this is backed up with what I'm going to show you now, and I'm just showing you this for the bands. I would not normally show you this because the source is terrible, but I think once you see it, you'll understand. Victor Osimhen would most likely pick Chelsea over Tottenham if he were to leave Napoli. Daily record. Wow, well done. Well done to you. You figured out 2 + 2 = 4. You figured out that gravity exists. You figured out the basic laws of physics. That Victor Osimhen would prefer Chelsea over Tottenham. Yes, he would. Anyone would. Tottenham fans are going to be watching this and going, what? Like, just completely offended. Look, it is what it is. No one's going to have to tell you this. Of course, Victor Osimhen would prefer that. But if we're talking realistically, if we're talking about Victor Osimhen's actual options on the table, Tottenham are not going to be an option for him. Let's just be real. Chelsea are going to be the most likely. The only other option that I can see, which is, it could be significant, is if he were to stay at Napoli. That's something we have to watch out for. Is something going to be sorted between him and Napoli, between him and ADL, De Laurentiis? Maybe, but time will tell. So we'll see. But it's not just Victor Osimhen that we might be knocking on Napoli's door for. Who else? Well, let's get into it. This could get interesting. A move for Khvicha Kvaratskhelia would be in line with Chelsea's strategy of pursuing young players with big potential. Listen, off the bat, I saying this name is going to be a very difficult thing, okay? I'm good with names. I'm normally really good with names. I tend to think that I'm better than most when it comes to having to pronounce a name. I've seen names that I end up pronouncing that someone else looks at and go, I can't do it. I'm like, it's not that difficult, but this name has completely stumped me. I know that it's Kuara, or like it's not an actual V, it's a W. It's pronounced a W even though it says V. So it's like Kvaratskhelia. I think I saw there was one Georgian in the comments, and he said that I got it right by about 90%. So I will take that. But listen, having to say that every 5 minutes is too much. So we're gonna call him Keith. Someone put a suggestion in. We'll call him Kevin. Someone else said Keith. I like Keith. I think we're gonna stick with Keith. We'll call him Keith. Yeah. So talking about Keith, what is it gonna take to bring Keith to Chelsea? Let's get into it. Chelsea have joined the list of clubs tracking Napoli winger Keith, who is valued in excess of 100 million euros. Now, ESPN have said both of the last things that I've shown you. 100 million euros. We're going to be doing this again, literally. But Bob, the postman from down the road, is going to cost 100 million at some point, isn't he? I mean, everyone's values is going to be hitting 100 million. 100 million is going to turn into what used to be 10 mil. That's where it's going, isn't it? However, I got to be realistic and I got to be honest. Kvaratskhelia, I can't do it. Keith, yeah, Keith. We're going to call him Keith. He's a quality player. And it's very interesting to see that we are linked with Victor Osimhen and now we're linked with Keith. Yeah. They play really well together. Really well together. And I have to be honest, I don't think it's fair to just look at Victor Osimhen and go, you are the reason for everything. What he's doing at Napoli is also because of Keith. Every time I say this name, I'm going to laugh. Keith is a fantastic lad. He's a fantastic player. I can't take myself seriously saying Keith. Listen, Kvaratskhelia, yeah, quality player. And everything that he puts on a plate for Osimhen, then Osimhen does the rest. But the work that he does is immense, and I don't want to discredit him. So if Chelsea are looking to get both, I'm not complaining. However, what does it mean for the players that we have at the moment? Now, it's one thing talking about a striker, because we absolutely need a striker, and that will fit. But bringing in someone that can operate in the 10, that can operate on the wing, like he does, could be complicated. Because we've got Nkunku. We've got Cole Palmer. We've got Conor Gallagher. We've got Sterling. We've got Mudryk. Where's Keith going to go? And if he does fit, well, who are we dropping? You know, this is the problem that we now have with Nkunku coming back and with Lavia coming back. And we are actually spoilt for choice. So Pochettino's got a headache. Now, bringing in Keith could be fantastic to have, I'm not going to lie. But it's going to be another headache. So the £1 million question, or the $1 million question, as it's commonly known as, when the dollar used to mean something, who are you dropping? Who are you dropping if we were to bring in good old Keith? So let me know. Let me know down below. Now, here's more from Fraser Fletcher, basically confirmation. Chelsea have been tracking Khvicha Kvaratskhelia for a while. Normal scouting of a top talent. But he is someone they like. I saw him mention this. This was yesterday. And he's spot on because now all of a sudden the other links are coming out and Fraser Fletcher has been on the money here. So keep your eye on Fraser Fletcher. Fair play to Fraser Fletcher. Good job. That's the latest over with Napoli. Let's talk about more in-house. What's going on at Chelsea? Nkunku. A welcome sight for Chelsea. Christopher Nkunku is back in group training. Just in time. Look at him getting the boots on. He's ready to go and kick a ball about. He's ready. Pochettino said 4 training sessions. Today's Wednesday. So maybe double session today. Or if he's trained today, then double session tomorrow, because they work in double sessions. I don't think there's going to be a double session on Friday, which means 4 training sessions. And then Saturday, before the game, definitely no training session because it's just too early. But there is a session that they normally do in terms of, you know, stretching out the muscles and warming up, basically. It's light training. That's common before a game. In order to get the muscles in motion. But yeah, enough training, I think, for Nkunku to be able to get ready for Saturday and be ready for Saturday and be raring to go. So let's see how it's all going to unfold. I'm looking forward to seeing Nkunku back in a Chelsea top. It's going to be good. And to correct myself, because a lot of you did actually put in the comments, and fair play, thank you for that. It wasn't against Liverpool that he got injured. It was pre-season, and then he didn't make the Liverpool game. So fair play to all of you, because that was a good observation. I got that wrong. I had it in my head that he got injured against Liverpool. It wasn't him that got injured against Liverpool. Who got injured against Liverpool? Someone else. Was it? No, it wasn't Chukwuemeka. I'm sure someone got injured against Liverpool. Anyway. It is what it is. We've moved on. Players are coming back. So, moving on. Talking about Todd Boehly and Chelsea and what's going on. Well, what are we going to do in terms of stadium? We mentioned this in video number 1. Let's get into it. Todd Boehly and Clearlake would like Chelsea to be playing in a shiny new stadium, whether it be Stamford Bridge or elsewhere, by 2030. Well, fantastic. We've got 6 years left. That should be enough time. Now, the whole Earls Court thing I mentioned in video number 1, it's just looking unlikely. It's looking very unlikely. If I'm being completely honest, I think the only suitable option is to try and see how we're going to fit at Stamford Bridge. It is being deemed that the minimum that we have to try and get in terms of capacity is 60,000 because we want more than Tottenham. That is apparently the benchmark, according to this article in The Athletic. But to try and fit 60,000 at Stamford Bridge, good luck. I think what's going to happen, if I'm being completely honest, because there's 2 factors. Earls Court is not going to happen, I don't think. There's another development. Secondly, the Chelsea pitch owners are going to be the ones that block any move away from Stamford Bridge, right? So we're going to stay at Stamford Bridge, as far as I see it. However, we're going to have to try and make something of a miracle out of this in terms of trying to get 60,000 seats at Stamford Bridge. I don't know how it's going to be done. So we're going to need to get the best architects on the planet to come and sort this one out. And in the meantime, if we're talking about where we're going to go, I can only think of Wembley. It's far, it's not ideal, but it's a big stadium that's there and ready to be used. We might have to sacrifice. So it might have to be Wembley. That is the most suitable option that I can see Chelsea do. I can't see anything else. So, yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. Let me know your thoughts and what you would prefer. Now, talking about getting ready for the future, it seems like we have the colour scheme ready for the 3rd kit that's going to be for next season, 24-25. However, we already know the colour scheme. Now, apparently, there's a prediction of what the shirt is going to look like. I told you guys on this channel when I showed you guys what the colour scheme was. We're talking black, a fluorescent yellow, and a pink, right? That seemed pretty good. But I did say when I looked at the colour scheme, Chelsea have a big opportunity, Nike have a big opportunity to do something crazy here and to make it look fantastic. Because it's that pink element, right, that was there that I thought, this could go to a really good place. This kit could look lethal. Well, we have a 75% accurate prediction of what that shirt is going to look like. And I will react after I've shown it to you. As you can tell, I'm not very excited. Here it is. Chelsea's 24-25 3rd kit, 75% accurate prediction according to available information from Footy Headlines. This is it. Nike, listen, you had a chance to do something mad. And right now it looks like you're blowing it. You never know. This kit might grow. It might grow on me like the others have, but I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, nah, they had a better chance to do something mad with this. I wouldn't mind, correct me if I'm wrong here, I wouldn't mind if we switched the colour scheme around. Switch the pink and the yellow around. I think that would look better. So if we had a black and pink basis, or a black top with a pink base and a yellow accent, that might look better. But then again, apparently, according to this, the sleeves and the collar are not a prediction. This is just, there's a good chance that it will change. So everything else, though, pretty accurate. So we'll wait and see what's going to happen. Let me know your thoughts on that 3rd kit and if you like it or if you don't. Now, Man United, how are they going to move forward after Jim Ratcliffe walks through the door? Well, we have their blueprint. And it turns out they've got inspiration from somewhere. Where? Chelsea. Manchester United are ready to follow Chelsea's model by hiring multiple sporting directors. Well, I'm going to tell you this then. Yeah, Man United, get ready to suffer. Because it's not a good start, trust me. And Man United are already in the mud. So I can't... Can you imagine Man United having to go through that transition that they're going to go through after having gone through what they've already gone through? So they adopt our model after having already gone through the mud, only to go through the mud a little longer. We had the whole sanctions, and then the new owners came in, and then the new model came in, and then we went through the mud. Yeah? We went through Graham Potter, we went through, Bruno Sauter, we went through Frank Lampard on an interim basis. We went through the trenches, yeah, after the model had been implemented. Man United have gone through the mud before the model has been implemented. Then they're going to implement the model, go through the mud even more, only for it to maybe get better later. So what I'm trying to say is, Manchester United fans, strap yourselves in. This is only the beginning. Whereas for us, it might be the end. So we might be leaving you in the trenches for a while. If we do actually get ourselves out, which it might seem we could be heading in the direction of. You guys are going to have to do the complete rebuild again. So, good luck. Man United, it's not going to go well. It's not going to go well. Remember these words. It might get well eventually, but at the start, it's going to be carnage. So, good luck, Man United. Good luck. That's all I can say. Good luck. To the fans, good luck. You're going to need it. We were saying that in order to be a Chelsea fan, you need to have a certain capacity of health. You need to, if not, you will be in the hospital, right? Chelsea put you through the paces, so you got to be strong. Manchester United fans, you're about to realise that too. You're going to need a certain level of health. So start training. Yeah, start upping your cardio. Stop smoking. Stop drinking. Start increasing your diet. Have a better diet. Do all the things you can. Yeah. Start taking your vitamins. Do everything you can, because trust me, you're gonna need it. If not, your body might not take it when the time comes. So we'll wait and see what happens. Now, before we end, basically one more thing to focus on, and funnily enough, it's Jose Mourinho. He spoke. Right? We mentioned him earlier, but he spoke some more. So, Fabrizio Romano, take us away. Mourinho rejoining Real Madrid to replace Ancelotti. Florentino is super smart. He already has a super manager. Why thinking of another? I love how he subtly managed to put himself as a super manager, indirectly saying so. Only Jose can think of these words. Anyway. I'm a Madridista, and I hope Ancelotti will stay there. He's the perfect coach for Real Madrid, he told Rai Uno in Italy. On top of that, there's more. I think only a crazy person like me can leave Real without the club wanting to. I left even though Real and Jose Sanchez wanted me to stay. I'm sure that Carlo will decide to stay as soon as Florentino Perez calls him. Jose's one of a kind. But it's true. Jose came back to Chelsea because he chose to leave Real Madrid. Real Madrid wanted to keep him. That was common knowledge. But he wanted to leave Spain and he wanted to come back to England. And the deal was already done with Roman Abramovich by the time that he was getting Real Madrid to the latter stages of the Champions League that year before he got knocked out. So he knew he was coming back to Chelsea anyway, months before any of us knew. So, well, we started to hear rumours and we kind of thought maybe this is happening. I thought it was going to happen, and it did. But Jose Mourinho basically saying Ancelotti needs to stay put, and I think it's the right thing to do. Absolutely, Ancelotti's a top manager. They're not going to get any better. But like I said earlier on, De Zerbi and Xabi Alonso could be the next generation of managers you turn to. But is it the right thing to get rid of Ancelotti? He's not really done anything wrong. Brazil, we now know that's not going to happen, so there's no other option but to stay around Madrid. Now, that's Ancelotti. What's Jose got next? Well, seems like he told us what he's got planned on the horizon. I think one day I will join the Saudi Pro League. I think I will go and coach there, yes. But that day won't be tomorrow or after tomorrow, he told Rai Uno. This basically means he's not going to Saudi yet. He's got one more job left in him. Where is this job? We don't know. It could be the England team. It could be Newcastle. Personally, I think he comes back to England. I think that, England is home. For him, England is home. We know this. He knows he's the most comfortable when he's in England. He enjoys his life most when he's in England. Yes, the media can get on his back. Yes, it can get a bit hectic. Yes, it can get crazy. But I think overall, compared to other countries and lifestyles, I think he prefers life in England. I think he's comfortable here. But after that is done, who's going to not go to Saudi and get the bag? Of course he's going to go to Saudi. So expect, if time allows, Mourinho to manage Cristiano Ronaldo one last time at Al Nassr. I think they will probably be the ones that get it done. Or if Benzema is still kicking, then maybe Al Ittihad gets him when the time is right. But I don't see anyone else. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And I will catch all of you tomorrow for a brand new one. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to catch all the content on here as it drops. In order for you to do so, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be notified once I have uploaded. On top of that, check out the socials, Insta, Twitter, all others in the description. Some on screen right now, so have a look. And Shootout, link in the description. New video coming tomorrow or Friday. Anyway, keep your eyes peeled. We will be giving you our Premier League predictions, and I'm still ahead. I'm 7 points ahead of George in terms of the predictions, and it's going to stay that way. So George, don't think you're going to catch up, because you won't. I hope. Anyway, make sure you're catching Shootout over there. Link in the description. Much appreciated, and I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new one. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care and peace.